Hello, everyone. We are live. I'm your host. Okay, some call me the voice of the female agent, some call me your favorite agent. Listen, I just like to be called your friend. It is me, Melissa D. Hall. And y'all know what today is? If you in the comments, tell me what day it is. You know what day it is. It is a great day, okay? A great day to sell insurance. Yes, that is right, everybody. Now, let me ask you a question here, okay? Did y'all miss me? Did y'all miss me? Because I missed y'all. I sure did. I sure did. Put it in the comments there that you missed me, okay? Listen, I'm gonna go ahead here. All right. I'm gonna check in with my people, okay? Ooh, it went out. It went out. It went out. Okay, I see the people listening. I can see the people watching. Y'all, we got a show today. Can I tell you? Cigna been sold. Humana been lost. Okay, and if you see me right now, you look at me right now. Shout out to Fabletics. Shout out to Fabletics. Okay, we're gonna talk about growing your Medicare business with exercise. Okay, I got a special guest, Miss Asheena Burke, and she's also going to give us, some tips as agents on how we can stay fit, okay, even if we're in the field, all right? Because we know how it is. We run from place to place to place, and sometimes the fitness is the last thing we are thinking about. So we got that going on today. She's going to show us a few exercises and also how she grew her business. And she's all the way, y'all, get this, in Vegas, okay? She is in Vegas, and let me tell you something. She's doing it out there. Okay. Now listen, where are you watching from? If you don't know, you could go ahead watching, tell me where you're watching from. But if you don't know, listen, let me tell you something. You getting in new to Medicare, go ahead and get your free guide. Okay. Shout out to all my Medicare master students. If you want to get started in Medicare, that's where you go. Right there. Okay. Shout out to the people in Best AEP Ever. That's my group. Okay, go ahead and shout out to everyone who's watching there. What's up, Sierra Map? Okay, out of Greensboro. I see you, girl. What's up, Chris's Bates? And all the others, say hey. Okay, let me shout me out, my YouTube family. Shout me out. Say hey to me. Don't just be like, oh, okay. No. Shout me out. Say hello to me. Okay, Carol Malachi, she's watching from Missouri. Shout out to Missouri. Okay, I have a feeling I'm going to be coming to Missouri this year. Okay, and Carol, you got to meet me. Okay, listen, all my people in the exam queen, okay, insurance exam queen, shout out to all my people there. I love you so much. Okay, listen, I've been helping those people in that group. Okay. My Medicare Masters, right? I want to shout out to my people in Medicare Masters, my students. If y'all don't know, that's my academy, helping you write your first 100 applications in Medicare. I was able to, like, I had two people who just joined in 2 weeks. Now they're ready to take their tests. Another one's already gotten certified. Okay. Shout out to, to Kelly. Okay. Kelly out in Louisiana. Okay, we got our certifications done. One thing about Medicare, y'all, all this technology and just where to go, how to get certified, even once you get off, it could be confusing. So I broke it down for her last night. And right now, if you join Medicare Masters, you pay for the whole year, you get a free one-on-one session with me. Okay. And also, listen, I have a contest that we're going to be doing too. I'm going to get into that as well. So listen, let's get into the news, okay? Let's get into the news with Cigna. So if you all don't know, because I didn't know, and listen, if you watched this first show that I did, okay, if you watched the first show I did, I told y'all Cigna was in talks to buy Humana, okay? Well, it didn't happen. Obviously, it did not happen. It did not happen. What ended up happening was that Cigna was bought by a company called HHS, okay? And this is supposed to conclude, and it will listen for $3.7 billion. $3.7 billion, you all. And this right here is supposed to go into effect by 2025. Alrighty. They've sold just their Medicare business, their Medicare Part D business, things of that sort. This has been a long time coming. And just to let you all know, the company that they sold to, Healthcare Services, the company that they sold them to is a Blue Cross Blue Shield subsidiary. Okay. So I think that is going to be very interesting. Is like, is Cigna going to stay Cigna, or are they going to go to Blue Cross Blue Shield? So that'd be interesting. Just to give you all some perspective of the Medicare market. Okay. Blue Cross Blue Shield has 14%, Cigna has about 2.4%, right? So what does that mean? Cigna makes their money, okay, in the under 65 market, in the group market. They're really big. So, Medicare is a very expensive place to play. It is. It is a very expensive place to play. And we saw this, right, with Humana. Okay, this year Humana's fourth quarter earnings, they fell short. They grew like 1%, y'all. 1%, which in business, right? The average business, especially publicly traded, is supposed to grow 20%. Okay. So that is huge. So what does that mean? And let me tell you, it got so bad there, they actually readjusted their outlook for the whole year. All righty. So, what does Humana attribute this to? Okay, because this is the thing, what they're going by is not necessarily client acquisition, but their medical loss ratio. What is the medical loss ratio? That's how much money versus from them getting paid, right? That they're actually spending on care. Okay, now Humana's Medicare medical loss ratio was about over 90%, over 90%, right? So it's kind of costing them more money to take care of the clients than they're actually getting in. Okay. Then on top of that, right, because people, they said, are utilizing those benefits, those ancillary benefits like that dental and vision and everything. Humana, they try to do a good job there, right? Also competing with United Healthcare for those duals, okay, who has over 26% of the market when it comes to duals. Duals are expensive as well, and we are seeing it in their numbers. And and I know, and we know that these companies are concerned about their shareholders. So I'm interested to see the plans they come out with for 2025. What do you all think they're going to do? Because they have to stop the loss somewhere. So after doing some research, I wanted to know, what was Humana saying about all of this, right? And for a second too, I just want to pause and I want to send some love to the people over there at Cigna. Okay, because it's a lot of employees who are nervous right now at Cigna, even though from what I'm told is business as usual. Okay, people are concerned about their jobs. Anytime anything gets sold, we just want to pray that, these people keep their jobs because they are still needed. Okay. So sending some love to the people over there at Cigna, for real, from management to the broker managers, for the agents that are working direct, and for our seniors too. Okay. So back to Humana, you all. What do you all think? What do you all think they're going to do to stop the loss? So I was doing some research about, like, why did this happen? And this is what I found. Okay. Yes, prayers for Cigna. That's right. Prayers for Cigna. So what I found, you all, was that they said that the medical loss ratio, how much they're paying out, how much they're spending, was so high because during COVID, a lot of people did not go to the doctors, basically. And so now that the pandemic has really taken in a back seat to our daily lives, people are starting to go to the doctors more. So they're paying out a lot in claims. And due to this, it has really affected their bottom line. Okay. And I think that is a very practical answer, right? And another good thing, why I think, in a sense, I think it's kind of a good sign too, because it means that Cigna is paying claims, right? Cigna is paying claims, and that is what we all want these plans to do, right? When Medicare Advantage has really come under scrutiny lately. In the news, we all see it with all these rules, okay? And listen, we're going to get some updates on these rules with the agencies and stuff. Y'all, I got some inside information about what's going on. Okay. I'm not going to share it yet. I'm going to let it, I'm going to give it some time. But it's been some changes in these rules, but it's all about that these insurance companies are getting the money from the government, but they aren't paying claims. They're denying people. And obviously with Humana, they're not doing it. Okay. And it's costing them, right? But yet they're doing what they're supposed to do. So whenever a company loses money, again, because they are a publicly traded company, right? That and their stock price did go down with the initial announcement, but from what I understand, it has rebounded, right? You know, I just pray for the employees there. At the end of the day, these companies are here to make a profit, right? Um, you know, but it's such a good thing, right? Because they're doing their job. It's a catch 22. So I really hope that the people over at Humana find some type of balance because you're doing a good job. People are getting care. But again, this is why the carriers are so big on getting those preventative services done, right? They are incentivizing clients to get those preventative services by their reward programs, right? They're doing all those things because guess what? When this does happen, right? When they do have to go to the doctors, it's not such a catastrophic event. What sounds like that is what has happened at Humana. So many people put off care, right? Put off going to the doctors and things like that. What's up, Angela Atkinson? How you doing? That now that they're going to the doctors, everything is catastrophic, right? So we want to definitely pray for them. All right. So listen, I have a special guest that's going to come on today. Okay, she's going to come on right now. Her name is Miss Asheena Burke. She was one of my first students, okay? She took my branding course, Branding 101 for the independent agent. She's out of Vegas. I got her when she was brand new in the business, okay? And when I tell you this lady's brand has just exploded, I mean, she's on TV, she has her own radio show, okay? And she's super fit, and she has been able to use her passion for fitness to grow her company. And I'm just so excited to talk to her. And, I love my students and I love to see the growth. And she has a lot to pour in with you all. She is a sweetheart. And listen, again, I got my workout on because she's going to show us some ways that we can stay fit in the field. And I just hope that you all take some ideas from her to maybe even grow your own business, right? Because what she's talking about doing today, it don't cost you that much. It just takes some effort. With all the rules that are going on now, grassroots is really the key. Okay. Getting out in the community, meeting the people, that is going to be a big deal. Having a brand, people knowing who you are, because we can't necessarily go and buy leads how we used to, right? With the new FCC rules, people have to know who who's gonna be calling them. Okay. What's up, Rita Graham? Happy Monday to you as well, right? Rita, have you heard about the new rules? Okay. So with the new rules, the new calling rules with the FCC, right? It used to be we could go ahead, we could buy a lead from a broker, for a lead from a lead brokerage, right? Because they went and they had a general campaign. You go ahead and tell them which area you want to work, and they send it to you. That's gone. Okay. With these new rules, right? When it comes to leads, the person on the other end has to know that Rita Graham Insurance is going to be contacting them, right? Which, okay, that might be fine, but that poses a problem of cost. How much is it going to cost us? The price goes up now because they're not being able to sell that overflow to another agent. Okay. So building a brand, and so let's say in numbers, it takes a lead that might have cost you $10 now to $30 because they have to do that campaign for you. Okay. So you got to get comfortable putting your face out there. You got to get comfortable with your name being out there and just really being out in the community because that's what it's turning into. And Asheena has become a master of that. And she hasn't been in the business for that long. So listen, without further ado, okay, I ain't going to say I'm going to stop talking because I'm going to talk. Okay. But I'm about to bring up Miss Asheena Burke, y'all. Hello.
Hi. Hey,
How,
Melissa and
how
everybody.
Yes, yes, it's such a pleasure to see you. And listen, y'all, Asheena is in Vegas. So what time is it there in Vegas?
Oh, it's early. It's 7:31. You got me up early. Well, I'm normally up, but I'm not, ready to go at 7:30.
Okay, okay, okay. Well, then maybe this might be a change for you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thanks for
Absolutely.
having me today. I'm really excited.
You are so welcome, beautiful. So, listen, what do you think about all the news with Cigna and Humana?
Well, that's a lot. I mean, like I said, I just spoke with Cigna a few days ago, and wasn't even aware. of the big changes, but that's definitely something that, you want to stay on the ball about and just be aware of how it's affecting you as an agent, and like you were saying, doing the grassroots marketing and making sure that you're staying in front of your clients, because all of these changes do affect your clients and affects, the way that you're marketing, the way that you're getting out there and doing businesses. So thank you for, keeping us, up with all of the news.
Absolutely, absolutely. Listen, you all, it's a great day to sell insurance. Is the number one place that the insurance industry comes for inspiration and information. Okay, inspiration and information, and that's my job to keep you
Love it.
informed.
Love
Okay, all right. We say, all right. Do you ever used to watch In Living Color back in the day?
Yes, I love and live in color.
The guys that used to be two snaps and a twist. That's right. So, Asheena, we met online. What year was that?
Was that 2021? 21? 20?
Yeah, about maybe like
Yeah.
2021, I
Yeah.
think. 2021.
Yep.
Okay.
Whenever you came out with your branding course, that's when we met.
Oh, so that was probably 2020.
That was 2020. Okay.
Yes, in 2020, y'all. So yes, I came
Mhm.
out that was 2020. And so we met. You were new in the industry, right?
Yes, brand spanking new. Didn't know what I was doing. I didn't even understand Medicare. I didn't even understand the difference between Medicare and Medicaid.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And look at you now. You
I
moving and
know,
grooving.
right?
You're
Yeah.
full-time in the business, right?
I'm full time. Yes.
That's good. And you do so much other. So let's just get into it, right? You're out in Vegas, and Vegas is like it's almost like Florida. It's insurance heaven, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
How did you get into the insurance industry?
Actually, I guess it kind of just fell into my lap. It was just I was in a meeting doing something totally different, not even involved with insurance, and the person that we were having the meeting with, he was an insurance agent, and he started pitching his products, and I was like, "What? I could do this, basically." And
Okay.
so he wasn't really trying to recruit me. He was just pitching his products, and I was like, I just asked him questions, and then I basically just joined his team like that week.
What type of insurance did you start off with?
That was life.
Okay. Was it
Life.
final expense or just regular life
Nope,
insurance?
it was just regular life. So I didn't even know anything about final expense, but this gentleman, he helped me with getting my education, going ahead and getting licensed and all of that. So it was right before COVID. So while I got my license, COVID hit. So it actually was a long, drawn out process. Something that should have took, I don't know, maybe 3 months or less, took like 9 months, because we were like right in the middle of COVID when it happened. Yeah.
Okay.
But that
Wow.
definitely just gave me the fire to keep going. Like I just kept getting more and more information, more and more education, and then it just made me realize this is exactly what I wanted to do.
I love
Mhm.
that. I love that. So you felt even with all those challenges, you knew that's what you exactly wanted to do.
Yes, yes, but I didn't know about Medicare actually until I think we had one phone conversation, and you were asking me, so are you going to do Medicare? Because I think the season was rolling around, like it was time for getting all of your certifications. And I was like, want to do what? Because
Really?
the FMO that I was with didn't tell me anything about Medicare. They were like, focus on life insurance, focus on this, and worry about Medicare next season.
Oh my gosh, so I told you about Medicare.
Yes, you did.
Oh my goodness!
Mhm.
I did not know that. Okay,
Yeah,
yay.
so you were the one that enlightened me, and that definitely sparked my interest. So I asked my manager, like I said, about Medicare, and they were like, just worry about that next season. And I think we talked again, and they were like,
Mhm.
that don't sound right. And I was like,
Okay.
okay, well, when it comes around again, it'll come around again. So then me and that agency didn't really work out too
Mhm.
well. And so I ended up taking a seasonal position through telesales on Medicare. And so that really broke me in, because it was like a boot camp of learning Medicare, like the way that the trainer trained, she like trained you from A to Z, A, B, C, D, and Z. And
That's a
so,
blessing. That's a blessing.
yeah, it was definitely a blessing. It was intense training. We trained from August all the way until it was time to go in October. And that's how I got able to take high volume of calls. I learned,
So you
my
started over the phone?
I started over the phone. Yeah,
Okay,
telesales.
very good, very good. So you learned the ropes
Yeah.
working in a call center. Okay. Were you an independent agent doing it over the phone?
No, I wasn't independent. Nope. So that was
Okay.
just an hourly position. They kept my book and all that. And which was fine in the beginning because it was seasonal one, and then I learned so much, so it took a lot of pressure off of being independent and being able to learn Medicare because it's a lot to learn.
It is a lot to learn. It is a lot to learn. So, okay, let me ask you a question. Okay. So you went ahead, you did that. When did you decide, you know what, I want to go independent? How was that for you?
Right in that seasonal position, I was like, I can't do this. I'm not a
Okay.
call center girl.
Okay,
I
I
couldn't-
understand.
yeah. So, um, yeah, I wasn't the type that could just sit and take call and call and call after call after
Mhm.
call, um, all day, every day, all year. So I knew
Mhm.
that wasn't going to work for me, and I knew it was seasonal. So I started trying to research and get my exit plan together, and then I did step out and tried to go independent right after that seasonal position, and then it failed.
If okay, but let's talk about that. So
Mhm.
Barbara Gregg, she said it's a lot to learn, but it's not hard to learn. That's very true. And then
Yeah.
she says, Barbara says, you are a boss. And Rita says, Happy Monday.
Hey,
Happy
happy
Monday.
birthday.
So let's talk about that. You said you failed. Okay.
Mhm.
Tell me about that. How did you fail? What happened?
I didn't have the proper resources, structure, support, finances, all of
Hmm.
that. Definitely, you have to have some money to start. You know,
Hmm.
and
What type of things did you feel like you had to have money for? Because this is a good conversation because a lot of people, this is the thing, and maybe because how it's presented, a lot of times people think they can start a business and not have any money to
right,
invest.
exactly.
Okay. So here you are, right? You're somebody who has the knowledge, right?
Mhm.
Which is like 80% of it, right? Because a lot of people do this and they don't have any knowledge,
Right,
but yet you didn't have any money. So
right.
where were you missing the money? What were you missing the money to do? Let's talk about that.
Just you gotta have your lead. You have to have lead costs, marketing. You have to have insurance, phone lines, everything to start a business. You
Hmm.
know, and I guess I didn't. I went on faith, and excitement, and I was like, I can do this. And I had, a little bit of cash in the stash, but it wasn't enough to keep me afloat, and I didn't have the proper support
Okay.
to get
Cool.
all the
And let's
certifications.
and let's talk about support because and I think this conversation we're having is twofold. You're acknowledging what you didn't have, right? Yourself, that ownership. But what didn't the people who you were dealing with your FMO at the time, what type of support were they not giving you?
Telling me the full story. They were like just saying, you could do this, just go and do this. We'll set you up and do this. But they weren't laying down the cost of everything in their experience. So they've done this before, but they were just like, here it is, go do it, basically, and not
Okay.
giving me the guidance that I needed.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Guidance. And I think that's key too, right? And because this is the thing, a lot of places they can even maybe, and I'll talk about when I was trying to sell annuities, right? Whew. I got with a company who I was selling annuities with. Okay. They had the money to give me, but they didn't necessarily have the training to give me.
Mm,
Okay. And I would get in front of people, but I did not know what I was talking about.
right.
We do the dinner seminar. And so it goes hand in hand, that
Mhm.
support part,
Yes,
right?
you can have both.
Also, too, I would say for you people out there who have been doing this, and this is why I feel like working with me is so powerful for people because a lot of you all you get to a certain point in your career, right? Where you're tired of being an independent agent, right? Where you're tired of just like hitting the ground running and making sales and you want to transition into a business owner. And a lot of times at these FMOs, okay, these are people who A might have been in their parents' business for a long time. So
Mhm.
they've never really had to build the business,
Right.
okay? Or people like their marketers are people that they hire, right? So they've never had to actually do the business. They've never been agents. Y'all, if y'all can agree, please let me know in the comments if I'm telling the truth here,
I'm telling the
right?
truth.
I am telling the truth, right?
Mhm.
So when it comes to going to that next level, they cannot help you because they've never done it. Okay. They've never done it. They may be licensed, right? They may have even worked. Okay. But they've never had that pressure on their back.
Right.
Okay. That if I don't make this happen, right, I might get put out. Okay. If it, how to pivot, right? How to really answer these clients' objections, all this stuff, how to hire an assistant, right?
Right.
All this stuff matters, but they've never, a lot of these FMOs, 80% of it, even if you work with a carrier directly, these people are hired in and they've never had that experience, right?
Right.
So
Mhm.
when you get with when you're trying, especially when you've been doing this for a while and you're trying to go to the next level, they can't help you get there because they haven't. And
Right.
that is why I created my academy, because I want to help those people get to that next level, right?
Mhm.
Because just running appointments and knocking on doors or calling leads, that after a while gets stressed out,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
And okay, so let's talk about this. So we met online, right? Now you're ready to do the branding course, right? You've done a branding course. How
Mhm.
did that help you building a
That
brand?
I mean, that opened a lot of doors for me, just taking that branding course and put it into action. Um, just the simple act of doing a professional photo shoot, right? With makeup
Mhm.
and making sure that you're coming out as professional as possible. That simple act, just doing that, opened up the door for me to be on radio.
It did.
That's all I did was post my picture and say, I'm an insurance agent. And, posted a little extra comments. And then someone called me and asked me to be on their radio show.
Just offer your picture, how you look,
Just
have a
all
professional picture.
having a professional appearance. Right.
I think agents, and I preach it, you know, you don't have to be no beauty queen, but just looking your best,
Right.
getting that professional picture that isn't a cell phone picture, it could take you a
Right.
long way. It levels you up.
It does. Yes. And then it brought me out of my shell as well, because in the branding course, you talked about doing Facebook lives and doing like a 30-day Facebook challenge and things like that. Although
Yes.
I was still, very shy at the time. So I didn't do every single detail, but just posting once a week, just,
Yes.
showing people what I do really just opened up doors and gave me the confidence that I needed. It took me a lot to get out of my shell. And
Yes, you
so,
were very shy when I first met you. You were very kind of reserved.
yeah, very reserved, and just taking that course helped me gain some confidence. And then just being in your presence and talking to you helped me to be myself. You coming as a female insurance professional, and you're yourself. We know what this
Yeah.
industry looks like. It doesn't really look like us too much. So you helped me to get the confidence that I needed to step out there with being authentically me.
Yeah, so thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's right, because that's the thing, you have to be yourself, right? Like, I'm not necessarily quote unquote politically correct, all the time. I don't fit in a box. I love to have a good time. I just am who I am. I give it to you straight, right? And so for a lot of people, they're so used to that straight laced person that has no personality, right?
Right.
So whether you like, I have an agent named Jessica. She loves her chickens, right? If you love your chickens, post a picture with you and your chickens, right?
Right.
I know you've done it with exercise, right?
Mhm.
That's
Yes.
your thing, right? So
Mhm.
let's talk about how you're gaining clients through exercise.
Yeah. So, um, going into the senior communities, going into the senior apartment complexes, and letting them know what I do. So I'll go. into the management office, ask them what their activity schedule looks like. Are they looking to add exercise classes? Is this something that the residents are interested in? And they always are. They're always
Mhm.
looking for something to engage their residents and keep their residents happy, right? And once you just go in there and do that, then you gain that
So
relationship.
let's talk about this, right? Because I know when you talk about exercise, I know you do like chair fitness. Is
Mhm.
that right? Showing
Yes,
people how to do stuff through chair. Also, you are silver sneaker certified. Is that right?
yes. Uh-huh.
So let's talk about that. So for those of you all who do not know, with these plans, they have something called Silver Sneakers, which is their free exercise network,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
And so you taking classes, let's talk about that process on how you became Silver Sneaker certified, because I don't think a lot of agents know they can do that.
Oh yeah. So being silver sneaker certified, just go online, you take their certification. It's easy, takes about a day, maybe two
Is it
days.
free? What is the certification like?
It depends.
Where do you go online to take it? Okay,
Go
because we do
to
not know. Mhm.
go to tivity.com.
Okay, hold on. Let me write. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna write this in a
Mhm.
banner for everyone. Hold on. Let's see here. I can do it. Okay, here it is down here. All right. So where do you go to?
Tivity, TIVITY.com.
Okay. And also, if you all are in the comments, if you could write that as well, that would be good. Okay. So, all righty. And we're going to scroll it across. Okay. All right. Go to tivity.com. Okay. And what happens when you go to tivity.com?
So then they'll take you to the course. So there's a course that you take to get your certification to teach silver sneakers. And
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if it costs or not, but if it does, it doesn't cost that much, like less than $100 to get certified. But then after you do that, then you're certified. And then they have a job board. You can either go on the job board and
Mm-hmm.
post that you're certified and what area that you're in, and they'll show you who's hiring. Or you can do like what I do sometimes. I'll just go to the apartment complexes, the senior living facilities, let them know I'm Silver Sneaker certified, and ask if they would like classes to be taught.
Thank you. So let me ask you, what does the certification, what does that look like exactly?
You go through some modules. So you'll go through some basic exercise, fitness, um, health, and wellness modules. And then
Mm-hmm.
you take quizzes at the end. You got to pass the quiz, and then you go to the next module. I don't remember how much it is, maybe or how many, maybe 10 modules. That's why I said
Mm-hmm.
it take a day or two, but not that long. And then after
Okay.
you finish, you got to have a certain percentage to pass. And then after you get that percentage, you get your certification. So it's not that hard. And then you have to get
Oh,
your CPR, of course. You got to get CPR
you
certified.
do.
Mhm.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, that's good
And
to
then if you
know.
want to teach in gyms and like if you wanted to teach in the different gyms around the nation, you need to get an ACE certification or is a special certification for that. That's totally different. Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So when you go on activity.com, do they give you a curriculum to follow, like a routine? So like if you get in front of people, like I know you teach chair exercise, so they tell you to
Yeah.
put your hands.
So they have different like foundational training. They have aqua where you can learn how to teach in the pool. So
Oh,
they have
cool.
strength and stability, how to do weights, conditioning. So there's all types of formats that you can learn.
Okay, that's very good.
Yes.
So you have that. I mean, seniors, that's an obvious shoe in. Okay. And I
Yes.
love that. Yeah, and I love the chair ropes too. So tell me, so you approach the people, right? And you're like, hey, would you like an exercise trainer? Are you all getting good information for this? Let me know in the comments. Okay. I think
Yes.
this is such good information. So you approach them and tell me about it. Okay. Hmm.
Yep. So then they say yes or no, and then they put you on the schedule. And so
Okay.
once you get on the schedule, that's when the magic happens because you get to meet everybody, right? And then you show your personality and you gain these relationships with the seniors that are in the community in that building. And that's really, really important because a lot of times when you're doing Medicare, you're just going in, and you're like, these are the plans, whatever your spiel is, but you're coming in there specifically as a Medicare agent, right? You're coming in there
Mhm.
to show them the plans, which is great. They need the information. However, when you're coming in there with another angle of actually caring about their health and their wellness, you gain a deeper relationship with them. And you can do
I
this, yeah,
go
and you can
ahead.
do it with different things. I've seen people do it with crafts, and a lot of people do the bingo and things like that. But my experience with the health and wellness, they come to me and they ask me, detailed questions about fitness and health, and then it leads into their Medicare plan, because I'll let them know, oh, did you know that you have this available? You could get a fitness
Mhm.
reimbursement if you want to buy these exercise bands, or do you need a new pair of shoes or sneakers or something like that? Or did you want to get a heart rate monitor? These are things that are available in your plan. Oh, you don't have that in your plan? Okay, well, maybe this plan will work better for you if you're concerned more about health and wellness. These options are available. So that's how you're able to segue into being their Medicare agent. And
I
they trust
love
you.
that. I love that. I'm sure they trust you because you're giving them another service. So, question for you, right? Let's say if you approach 10 senior apartment complexes, right? Because there are some apartment complexes that will not let Medicare agents come in at all, period, right?
Or there's
So, out of
already Medicare agents in there.
right, it's already one in
Yeah,
there. So,
yeah.
out of 10 complexes that you approach with this, how many of them tell you yes, are going to tell you yes?
Probably 8.
8 want to say yes. That's amazing. Harvey Spencer said, Senior says yes. Thank you so much. Great. He says great info. Thank you so much, Bishop. It is
Yes.
great info. It is great
Yeah, and then
info.
you have to think about it,
So,
because a
question for
lot of,
you.
uh-huh. I was just
No,
gonna
go ahead.
say,
What you saying?
yeah, I was gonna say, going in there, this service of teaching senior fitness, a lot of people are not doing it, or they're not consistent. So my
Mhm.
experience is they want you there. They get really excited. Like the other day, I went in and I did bingo, and then I let them know that I also teach fitness. They just lit up. They were like, "What? When can you come? How can we get you in here?" Like they were really excited, just talking about it. Then they came to me and asking me all the questions, or what exercises they can do with, how to strengthen their back, and they're having problems with their knees, and they start asking me these questions, and I'm able to actually, help them and give them exercises they can do, and they look forward to talking to me. And then when I give them the PTC, permission to contact form, they're calling me. They're calling me because we already
I
gained that relationship just by talking about health and wellness and fitness, and then me giving them some tips.
I love that. I love that. So, how often are you doing these exercise classes at these places? Is it
It
because you
depends.
mentioned consistency?
Yeah, so it depends on the season, but at least get there to one of them at least once a week, or I'll do twice a month in a facility.
Okay. I think
Like,
twice a month is cool.
yep, yep. And so I'll do in the different medical facilities that are specifically for seniors 55 and older. So
Mhm.
I'll teach a class there. And so that's where they go and actually, I don't know if they have these, I'm pretty sure they do. They have Centerwell, Archwell, all
Mhm.
that everywhere. So you can go in and they have their doctor's appointment, but after their doctor's appointment, they can come to my fitness class if it's around that same time.
So you do it at center wells and stuff. That's
Mhm.
cool. Okay. And I beg to say, because there might be somebody who's watching this who might want to do it and they might not be, let's say, extremely fit, like yourself. You know, is it very taxing? You know what I mean? Is it
It can be
something
if you teach too many classes. Like I've done that where I was like teaching a lot of, like, over the summertime when Medicare is a little bit slower. I was teaching a lot of classes, and so you
Mhm.
can get a little bit tired. And then I really do move. I sweat during the exercises, so I
Okay.
challenge my students, and that's what they like about me as well, is because I actually challenge. Because a lot of people look at seniors and look at them like they may be fragile or not be able to do the movements, but they actually can, and they actually have a lot more energy than people our age or younger. Like I have students that are 90 years old, and they come to class and they move the entire 45, 60 minutes of class. But yes, to answer your question, no, you don't have to be at the top level of fitness, but you need to have the energy. You need to be knowledgeable of what you're doing. You need to understand um, the movements and keep everybody safe and be able to actually work out through the entire class.
Okay, right. And if you're doing something like chair aerobics, you can do it, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And that's what I like about it because when you're most of my class, some of them I do standing like Zumba. Of course,
mhm.
I do chair Zumba and standing Zumba, but the majority of the classes are in the chair. So I'll do like, depending on the flow of how the students are doing, I'll do half the class sitting, and then towards the end, we'll stand up.
Okay. So, question for you. So, you said you do chair, you do Zumba. Like, what classes are you teaching? Let's talk about that.
So right now I'm teaching the silver sneakers is a foundations class where that's just basic like conditioning and strength and stability movements from the chair. And then I
Mhm.
also teach Zumba in the community centers for Clark County in Las Vegas.
Okay, that's very good. So, you're in the community centers too now.
I'm in the community centers, and then I'll do like instead of just doing a regular Medicare one-on-one educational, I'll do Medicare and fitness, and that brings a lot more people in. So I'll do like a little presentation and then move into doing a little workout.
And that brings people in.
That does because people will get tired of hearing it just about Medicare.
I'm sure they
Especially
do.
in the senior communities, they're like they hear about it all the time. People, all the reps are coming into the community centers to bring in different treats, and they take the treats and listen. But they're like, okay, I'm tired of hearing about this. So that's why it's
Um,
really important, like you mentioned, that grassroots marketing and really engaging in the community in a creative way. So even if it's not just fitness, think about your other gifts and talents that you have that you can use in the community to engage.
I love that. And that goes to building a brand. First Lady Victoria Spencer says, "Thank you for this wonderful information." All right, you're gonna become an agent, First Lady. Why not? That's right. That's right. I love it. So let's say this, right? Okay, when it comes to getting clients from this, okay, let's say, is there a ratio? Maybe if you teach 3 classes, maybe five of the people from there will become your client. Like, what is kind of the
And
ratio?
that's the thing too. You can't go in there thinking like that because there is no ratio really. It's who you build the relationship with. And like we know how Medicare is. Sometimes people they don't need to change plans, or they just don't want to. Anything can happen. They're not eligible at the time. So it's really the longevity. So you can't go in there thinking, I'm a be this resource for fitness and I'm going to get all the clients from my class. Nope, don't even go in there thinking like that. Go in there thinking you're building the relationship so they get to know you and that you're their resource for Medicare. So whenever they have a question, they can call you, and that's how you get the reputable standing with the people that are in that building, and they pass your name around. So then when AEP rolls around, say you teach in the summer and you don't get any clients, but when AEP rolls around, they're going to remember you. They're going to be like, oh, okay, I know somebody to ask those questions to. And then you know how seniors are. Once they feel safe with you and confident with you, they're going to tell all their friends. And so that's kind of like what happened with me. I was like, I'm not going to go in there thinking, okay, I'm going to get all these clients and here's my card and here's my card. I was just like, I like to work out and I want to pass on my passion to these seniors that need it, that want to stay fit, that, have maybe some chronic conditions that they need to heal from. And I want to be that resource, and just being that resource and being genuine in what I'm doing helped me to gain clients.
I love that. I love that. Fraser Ramsey, he's from Edinburgh, okay, Scotland. He says, "Brilliant ladies. Thank you so much." Another Facebook user says, "Good morning. Good morning
Good
to you."
morning.
So, one of the things when it comes to health and wellness, especially around the annual enrollment period, you all, is I see a lot of agents just break down, okay, about just the stress of those 57 days, right? And I always say that preparing for AEP starts really all year long, right?
Right.
Geraldine Alstrom, she said relationship is key. Yes, it is key. Absolutely. Hello to you. So, what does okay. So, with that said, insurance agents, right? And we see it, which is so crazy. We see their people's medical history, right? However, we have been known not to take that great care of ourselves, right? And a lot of it is because we are so on the go. Okay. What are some exercises that we can do? Because a lot of times we can be sedentary, right? Talking on the phone,
Mhm.
things like that, right? What are some exercises that we can do to, it might not take us away from our desk, like we don't have to go to the
Right.
gym, but we can just do, at our desk or something like that.
Yeah, this is a perfect example. I'm actually on the go right now in my hotel room. So I like to do exercises that are easy and that you don't need that much equipment with. And that's why I like
Mhm.
to travel with my exercise bands. Etna actually gave me these bands. And that's another
Shout out
thing.
to Aetna. Mhm.
Yeah, shout out to Etna. That's another thing with the doing the fitness, the carriers want to help you with that. So they'll
Yes, they
provide,
do.
yes, they'll provide giveaways, they'll sponsor your event. So I've done some health and wellness and fitness events where they come and they bring the healthy snacks, they give me the exercise bands, and they support me. And so that is excellent. So that's another way to get help from carriers. But so exercise bands are key, but some good exercises to do that are easy. So if you're just sitting and you don't want to sweat too much, you can put on your exercise bands. This one's a medium. And then you
Okay, and I have mine too.
put your arms like in a 90-degree angle. Hopefully you can see me. And all you gotta do
Yes.
is stretch. And then of course, whenever you're doing these exercises, you want to pull in your core. So pull
Okay.
your belly button in, roll those shoulders back, and then all you gotta do is pull the band and extend. You
Ooh,
feel that burn already?
I feel it. I feel it.
No, and that's a simple, simple exercise, right?
Make sure
So
you keep your mhm.
another one that you can do is, you know how we like to not have this extra
Yes.
fat right there.
Nibble.
Yep, yep. So then you take the band. Hopefully you can see me. You take the
Mhm.
band, and so you tap the back, tap your back with one side, and then you extend with the other. Yes. So keep one arm stationary. There you go. Beautiful. You're doing a good job. Nice form. And then you
Thank
just
you.
extend all the way up. And then you just kind of want to slow it down just a little bit so you can feel the extension and the burn. There you go.
Okay. You
Yeah,
feel it. And this is so easy to do. I'm doing this right in my chair.
that's right. And then
Ooh.
just do one more and then switch because you got to make sure you're even. So then
Okay.
just switch, station that other arm, and then extend it out.
Okay.
Yep. And
And
then
all
you
this
can,
is the exercise band. You can listen, agents, you can get these free from the carriers.
that's right. They'll give them to you. And then so those are easy ones for arms. I don't know. Let's see if we can see my legs because legs are important. So
Mhm.
put them around your thighs. So make sure you always have your exercise band above your knee. That's important.
Have it always above your knee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh. And then you want to sit towards the edge of your chair. Pull up on
Okay.
the floor. Always pull that belly button in. Roll those shoulders back. Nice posture. And then extend the legs a little bit more than hip distance apart.
Hmm.
And extend out and in. So that's working your hips. Do you feel that?
Yes.
Yes. So that's
And so
good.
this works your hips.
That works your hips, your quads, and that's really good because when we're sitting all day, and then you get numb in the butt.
Yes, yes, that's true. That's true. Especially if your legs fall asleep.
Yep, if your legs fall asleep. So, yep, doing these for like 30 seconds, then taking a break. And then if you want to get a little bit more intense, you can do those pops, open and close like this.
Okay.
Yep,
And hip health, like that's a thing because so many times you hear about seniors they falling and breaking
yes,
their hips
that's
and
it,
all.
right. And that's another thing. That's what I teach in the senior communities is fall prevention moves. So that's a
Okay.
big, big deal because a lot of the times in the senior complexes, that's the number one thing. They have a lot of senior falls. And so teaching these movements, you are really helping with the senior community prevent falls, prevent they die from falling,
Yes,
after,
they do. They
yeah,
break their hip. That's it.
after that hip break. So yes, I do teach these exercises in the class, and I get a lot of people saying that they feel stronger, less falls. Yeah.
Really?
I helped a lot of people to get, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but they do decrease their medication intake when they come to the classes. And then I help them
Mhm.
a little bit with nutrition. So they decrease the amount of medications they have. That's a very good thing. The cost of medications and the side effects really affect the senior community. So you'll be
Yes,
doing a
they
good thing.
absolutely. Somebody said, I'm gonna grab my bands now. Yes, grab your bands now
Well, let
for
me give you
sure.
some abs. So we did arms, we did a little
Oh,
legs.
okay. We're gonna do abs. You gotta get full
We got
body, okay?
abs. So you can keep your band on if you want to intensify it.
Okay.
You can keep it on, but if not, then you can take it off. But abs are like this. So you pull in the core, always keep the core tight, put the arms up behind the head, and then we
Mhm.
connect. Connect. So
All right,
connect
I'm
the
taking my bands off for this one. Ooh.
connect the knee to the elbow.
All right.
Yep.
Ooh.
So do those for like 30 seconds and make sure
Huh?
your core is pulled in. So that's a really good one. And then if you want to work on love handles while you're sitting, just pull your hands out to the side and then reach for your ankle.
I
And then,
think that works on my love handles.
yep. And then, yep, put your hand behind your head right there. There you go.
All right.
And you'll be fit in no time.
No time. Listen, the summer is coming. The summer is
Right.
coming. And like I said, me working on my fitness, that has been a big thing for me for
And you look
last
good too.
quarter.
Yes.
Thank you. I've lost quite a bit and I feel amazing,
Mhm.
and as we age, staying fit is just so key to our health. We had a conversation and I was talking about how people have high blood pressure. And high blood pressure, it's so common, people are desensitized to it, but high blood pressure is really serious.
It is.
Okay.
It's
The
a big-
met it can
mhm.
lead to, of course, we all know death, but kidney failure, okay, it leads to kidney failure, those medications they give you for it,
Mhm.
strokes, all types of things. High blood pressure is not normal, you all, and you
No,
don't have to live with it.
no,
Just
you
the
don't.
same thing as diabetes. People just minimize it and say, oh, it's just a little sugar. Yeah, but it's a lot of problems, and being overweight can really, exacerbate those types of conditions and actually get into a healthy weight could really, decrease your risk or eliminate high blood pressure. It could eliminate high blood
Mhm.
pressure. It could
It
eliminate
does. Mhm.
um eliminate diabetes. Somebody said it doesn't take long to feel the burn. I
No, it
love that.
doesn't. It
It doesn't take
doesn't.
long to feel the burn. I was feeling it. That's why you gotta stop.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But yeah, everything that you're saying is so important. As agents, we're working hard to build our business and doing all these things, put it in the work and the sweat and the tears and everything that we do. You want to make sure that you have longevity in your life as well, because we're building this book to possibly pass on to our next generation, right? So
Right.
we want to make sure that we're healthy as we can be, to be there not only for ourselves but for our people, for our family.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Asheena, thank you so much. We appreciate you coming on, you all. Listen, for coming on at the end of this, Mrs. Sheena Burke here, she talked about to us all about how to build your business with exercise. It is not hard at all. Just having a passion for it, and it gets you into these seniors and get you in front of that audience and that relationship that you establish with them could definitely open up so many doors for you, right? And keep
That's
you looking
right.
amazing because
And
she
keep
looks
looking
amazing.
amazing. Thank you. Yes.
Are going from the inside out. Listen, I even changed. I got my water here on camera. Usually it's my coffee, okay, in honor of you. All right.
Thank you.
So
I have my water
any,
too.
any last words if anybody wants to reach out? Because I do know you also you were working on a program for professionals to help them stay fit on the
Yeah.
go. So how can people reach out to you?
Yeah, you can catch me on Instagram at Miss Asheena Burke. And
Okay.
then on Facebook it's Asheena Yakara Burke. And then I'm starting my YouTube channel. So that's under Miss Asheena Burke as well. So just look up
Okay,
Asheena.
so said Facebook, Instagram, and what did you say? It's, they can find you
YouTube.
as Miss Asheena Burke.
Yes, Miss Asheena Burke.
Okay, I'm putting this on here now. All right. Again, it's been such a pleasure, Asheena in Vegas. Listen, you got a great start to your day here. It's
I
early.
did, right? I'm early. I'm ready to go. I got
Yes,
appointments
the
for the
interview.
day. Yes.
Okay, you bi-coastal now. Okay.
Yes. Yes. I
Yes.
love that. Well,
Yes.
thank you so much for the opportunity. You have been a blessing to my journey and my life more than you know. So just keep doing what you're doing because you are a light. Definitely.
Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. I really do. And it's wonderful like watching you grow, right? It lets me know that everything I'm saying out here, everything I'm doing is making an impact, right? Because that's what it's about at the end of the day is making an impact, y'all. It none of this matters if you all aren't growing, right? I'm just talking to myself. All right, everybody. So Asheena, let me ask you, okay? Do you know what today is?
The best day to sell insurance.
It's a great day to sell insurance. That is right, y'all. It is a great day to sell insurance. So after this video is over, oh, let's talk about the contest. So for the contest, okay, whoever, listen, I am giving away, okay, a free month of my Medicare Masters Academy. Okay. The same courses, Brandon 101 for the independent agent that Asheena took and where she is today is in that academy. And if you, okay, would like to enter this contest, and I'm going to announce the winner next Monday, what I need you to do is go over to my YouTube at Melissa D. Hall, okay? I need you to go there, subscribe to my channel. Then I need you to share out that YouTube, okay, on your social media page. So whether I prefer Facebook or LinkedIn, okay, I want you to share it out, make a nice little message and share it out. Then once you do that, you can email me at hello at HIG East, okay, a little screenshot, okay, or you could tag me, okay. And if you all do not know about my Medicare Masters Academy, let me tell you something. It is designed to get you to your first 100 applications, okay? Your first 100 applications. I have all my courses on there again. Brandon 101 for the independent agent. I have the best AEP ever in there where we go over grassroots marketing, how to get into doctor's offices, making money during AEP with hospital indemnity. I have recorded calls in there where I'm talking to clients, selling them over the phone with Medicare, and the script that you need to follow to compliantly sell Medicare over the phone. It has me going back and cross selling hospital indemnity and a lesson on how to do that. How to read, okay, listen, the explanation of benefits and compare it to actually get the sale. Because Asheena, wouldn't you agree? It lies all in that, doesn't it?
Definitely. You got to
Yeah.
know, you got to be confident in what you're saying and you got to say it correctly.
Exactly, exactly. And so I go over all of that in there. I even have in there if for those people who want to expand, how to hire somebody. Okay, how to hire an appointment setter. That's in there. How to hire somebody for seminar marketing, right? How to do that, right? So when she's talking about getting to these senior centers, what to say. I have the actual presentation in there. Okay. I have my Medicare 101 presentation in there, okay, that you can follow along with. It's everything is there. It's only $99 a month, which is very, very low investment. The price is actually going to go up. And I'm giving you a free one-on-one session with me if you register for the whole year. So you get, listen, a free month. All you have to do, I'm going to pick one person. Okay. However, 99 bucks if you want to just go ahead and invest. We have welcome calls every Friday where I get down with you. You can go ahead and just do that too. All you have to do is just send something to my email or whatever, a snapshot, and I'm going to pick a person. Okay. All right, you all. So listen, as always, it's a great day to sell insurance. Thank you again, Asheena, for coming on, and y'all let me know how y'all feel like about this whole episode. I'm gonna be watching the comments and everything. Y'all have a blessed day.